Hello everyone, I'm happy you could join me today. Well, I figured I would teach you how to use a program to help you make manipulated images. Favorite HoloLive talents. The program that I'm going to be using today is called Krita, and I'm using this on the recommendation of one of my favorite VTubers. Um, oh god, I'm awful with remembering names. She's the one that can draw. You know the one. Well, to start with, you should be able to see this main menu here, and I don't really like to mess around with the eyes of the canvas. What I like to do, I like to plop an image right there without really dealing with any numbers. I used to say all the time to my math teacher that numbers are the devil. To this day, that remains true. Numbers are the tool of the devil. So, start off with this. Look at that. Ain't she pretty? Cute as a button, isn't she? Okay, let's go back up here. So now that we have our base image, we need to expand our canvas. So we're going to use this tool here called the crop. The crop can also be used like this. Expand the area, work area. There we go. What a cute little ninner. Okay, now, have to keep in mind, what are you going to do? Where is she? What if she's next to a castle? Let's bring the castle up here. There we are. Hopefully big castle. Now when you put a big image next to a small image, it'll look all kinds of wacky and weird. You go onto the side up here and select the image, show you how big it is. It's a very big image. Go back to the crop tool over here. I want to expand the canvas. Get as big as the image you put on there. Do a little more. There we go. It's okay to go a little bit longer or wider. You can always fix that right away. Eh, more or less. There we go. Castle must be in Ireland or something. Now, as you can probably tell, we can't really see our cute little ninner. So we're going to go over here to the layers. I'm going to move her up so we can see her. So the way we work this is we work in layers. The background has to be at the bottom all the time. Otherwise, you're going to get a big jumbled mess. Zoom in here. You can see she's a little blurry, but once you click on the background, she'll go back to normal here. Let's make her a little bigger. There we go. Big ninner. You have to keep in mind, what story are you trying to tell? Why is she here? Oh, maybe she's a knight, right? Let's give her a sword. Here's the sword. Now we're not going to be using the scabbard. We're going to go to the erasing tool. Delete that. Boy, it would be very easy if all of life's problems could be deleted like that, huh? Make the sword not too small. Still wanted to go up on her hand. Now we're gonna give the illusion that she's holding on to the sword. Did we do that? Did we do that? Zooming in. Using the erase tool. I want to do this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but something like this. There we are. Good. Gives the illusion that she's properly holding the sword. Let's go up here. Press Control E. You're going to merge the layers. That does is that we can now move both of them at the same time. Now, she's a knight. She needs a helmet. So, let's give her a big old helmet. Oop, accidentally put it in the OBS. Sorry about that. Good. Of course, it looks like a big old UFO, doesn't it? I'm gonna move this horizontally. Make it a little smaller. An awfully big helmet, don't want to cover up the entire castle. It's smaller. Big old helmet to protect Ina. You know what they say about knights? Big helmets. The bigger the helmet, the bigger the cock. So, tell you what, we're gonna merge this layer here. We're not gonna leave her out here alone. No, we're gonna give her a friend. I'm feeling I'm feeling adventurous today. Let's give her a friend. Seems awful lonely out here. That's right. Big old George. Match the size, more or less. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, George, what is she? I'm thinking she's a wizard. Give her a hat. Properly identify her wizard status. Whoop. Big ol' hat. You know what they say about wizards? The bigger the hat, the stronger their magic is. Yeah. Big hat means powerful spells. Powerful spells. There we are. She needs something to cast her magic. Give her a wand. All the way over here. And you just keep zooming back in and out. There's easier ways to do all of this. I'm doing it all wrong on purpose. Now the wand doesn't need to have the hand trick, the illusion that she's holding it, because she's a wizard. You can float it on her hand, do whatever. Alright, there we are. What we want to do, we want to move layers, or not move, I want to merge. I can move George, her hat, and her wand. Put her back here. There we are. Put the Ninner on front. Why are they here? What are they doing up here? Oh, maybe they're fighting a dragon. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're fighting a dragon. Let's put a dragon up here. A dragon. Put it right up here. That's a big son of a gun right there. Big son of a... Put him off to the side up here. There we go. Now, this is just an example of how you can manipulate images. My grandpa, when he was in World War II, and he would tell me stories all the time, he would say, those Japanese, they really hate us. And I said, why is that, Grandpa? I thought it was just, the war. He said, they really hate. We manipulate images. They always say, these foreigners enjoy manipulating these images in a very strange way. Gosh darn it, it turns out it's true. So, now we have our base here. Ina the warrior and George. Make Ina a little bigger. There we are. Fighting a dragon, a big old dragon. What do you say the dragon is breathing a little fire? Let's reposition the George back here. Dragon's breathing fire. Not much of a dragon if it's not breathing fire on you. There we go. You make sure the layers make sense, because if I put this fire below the dragon, or rather below the background, it's going to vanish. So you want to make sure something that makes sense. You want to put it above the dragon, that it looks like it's coming out of its mouth. There we go. Maybe now, maybe back there George is casting a spell. Now for casting spells you need all sorts of strange satanic magic, so maybe she's standing on a magic circle. And on a magic circle right about here. Now you can't really cast magic without a magic aura around you, so maybe the magic aura looks something like this. Now again, you want to make this make a whole lot of sense, so put it behind her. Play with it however you want. Now this is a little bit too strong for me, I think, so I'm gonna mess around. There we go. Looks a little bit more tame, visually noisy. What's Ina doing up here? What about maybe she's brave. Stabbing the dragon in the heart. What do you think? I think that's what she's doing. If you're gonna stab the dragon in the heart, it's gotta show a wound on it, right? Add a little bit of a wound up here. Gotta go up a layer, so the sword is on top of the cut. There we are. Not much of a cut if the dragon isn't bleeding, right? Let's have some blood. Gotta enjoy some violence in life, really nowadays. Supposed to be a live stream, fellas, but you know, the moderators thought that it would be a good idea to fuck everything up. Very unfunny April Fool's joke. Forcing you to go to boards you don't want to go to. Decided to re-record it instead. There we go. A little bit of blood. Ah, what the heck? Let's add some more blood. We enjoy a little bloodshed up here. Click on the background. Make everything focus again. Manipulate the blood however you see fit. Maybe this is a little too much. Maybe we erase the top part of the blood. Manipulate blood however you want. There we go. Maybe this one goes on top. Yeah, there we go. Much better. George up here needs a couple more effects. The wand has to be glowing. This be on top, so that it can be on top of the wand. Do a little bit of this. Make it a little bit more opaque. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Now what spell is she chucking out there? Ah, lightning. Maybe she's chucking out some lightning. Let's add some lightning. Here we go. Extend it a little bit. Yeah. Look at that. Here we go. Now, I think we're just about done. Let's put Ina in front a little bit more. Lost the layer. There we go. I think this is just about done. Let's sign this. And we'll be off. Just about like that. Terrible signature. Make it stand out a little bit. And that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned something, and I hope you make wonderful works of art. Till next time.